Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm still sick. Sorry I haven't uploaded for 2 weeks. I've been battling the sickness. My nose is still semi-blocked and still running. I'm coughing still. Anyways, this video is how to create this look. Did that make any sense? I don't know. I had a lot of fun playing around with makeup. I did want to use primary colors, but clearly I didn't. This is more of a pastel-y, pinky eye look. It's kind of out of my comfort zone, to be honest, because I don't wear pink very often. I like more coppers, burgundies, little bit of berry, just warmer kind of more reddy colors instead of pink. But yeah, so I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm loving it. I hope you guys like it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. That means a lot to me. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, click that notification bell so you do know when I upload. If you want to know how to achieve this look and how I did it, just keep on watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Alrighty, so firstly I'm going to start off with my eyes. As per usual, I'm using the Rimmel Magnif'eyes Eye Primer. So I'm just popping that on, blending it out, and I'm going to set that with the RCMA No Color Powder with a big tapered fluffy brush, because this is really gentle. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm going to take this hot pink shade from the Sigma Creme de Couture palette, and it's called Red Berry Rose. So I'm going to take that on a blending brush, but I'm concentrating that in the crease. So placing that on first and then slightly blending it out. And then when I'm going to the outer corner there, I am trying to form this V kind of blown out effect. So once I'm happy with that, I am taking the red shade from the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette, and it's called Carpe Diem, and I'm taking that on a firmer blending brush and first placing that on the outer half of that crease. Once I've placed it to where I wanted it to, I'm taking that blending brush that I used previously and blending it out. But that one was a bit too firm for me, so I swapped it with that special blending brush that I have from BH Cosmetics, which is more of a square shape. Now it's time for the deep purpley shade. So I'm taking that on a tapered blending brush there, and I'm literally just placing it where I wanted it to. So it's more of like a V. Once I placed it on, I swapped to a more fluffier blending brush and I started to blend it out. But when I did, the color kind of disappeared a little bit. So I popped a little bit more on and blended out a little bit more with a very gentle hand. I moved on to the inner corner and I went in with Pinky Promise from the Beauty Bay palette on the same blending brush that we used that hot pink on. And then I went back in with Elderberry. By the way, that's what that purple shade is called. I went in with the blending brush that we blended it out with, so I deepened it up just a little bit. Once that was all done, I went in to cut my crease, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral. So it is a much lighter concealer than what I use underneath my eyes, because I wanted the next colors that I'm using on top of the concealer to actually show, because they are pastels. And then once I finished with the cutting of the crease, I used the RCMA No Color and a really fluffy blending brush and just patted the powder on top so the eyeshadows could go on smoother. So the two colors that I'm going to be using on top of that concealer is Blue Chocolate and Almond Pear. So there's a mint green and a sky blue. Once that was done, I just took the purple. I didn't pick up any more. I just used whatever was left on that brush and just blended the blue and the purple together just a little bit. Now I felt like the eyes needed just a little bit more oomph. So I went into my Urban Decay Heavy Metal eyeliner. This is a nice iridescent glitter eyeliner. Next, I went into the black shade from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold, the original Rose Gold palette, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush. It is really nice and thin, so it gave me a really nice crisp clean line. So once that was done, I moved on to my face and I moved on to primer, which is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Moving on to foundation, I'm using two. So I'm using the Loreal Infallable Stay Fresh Foundation in 120 Vanilla and the Maybelline 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation in number 3 True Ivory. So the Maybelline is a shade too light and the L'Oreal is a shade too dark. So I mixed them two together and they both have different finishes. So the Maybelline is more of a matte finish and the Infallible is more of a natural satiny kind of finish. So once I've done the foundation, obviously moving on to concealer. The concealer that I'm using is the Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer. That's a mouthful. In number 20 Light. This one, it's a full coverage concealer. I really like it for more so the winter time because my under eyes tend to get a bit more dry and this concealer is more creamier than the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using a sponge to set the concealer first. This is the same powder as before, so the RCMA No Color Powder, I'm using that. Once I've done my concealer, I'm using that powder and the sponge to do the rest of my face. Now I am doing my eyebrows. I am not going to show you how I do my eyebrows because it takes forever. I'm going to set my unruly eyebrows because apparently my eyebrows were not cooperating. So I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in light medium. Moving back onto the eyes for a quick second, I'm going to tightline with a black eyeliner and clearly I've got some powder on me. So I'm going to take that deep purpley shade and I'm going to concentrate that on the outer half of my eye and I'm just placing it on there first and then blending it out with a clean detailed blending brush. This is from Morphe. It is brilliant. Highly recommend it. So once that's all done, I'm just taking that blending brush that we used with the pink shades. I'm not picking up any more pink color. I'm just using whatever is left on there and I'm going to blend it out that purple a little bit more and also blending it a little bit lower. All right, now I'm moving on to a white shade and this is Coconut Crush from the Beauty Bay palette. I'm taking a really small detailed brush. This is really good for the inner corner if you just want to concentrate one color in there. I wanted to continue with the pastel-y vibes. So I just popped on the white in the inner corner and also joining it up to the purple. Moving on back to my face, I'm using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. And I'm just bronzering my face, so contouring and bronzing up my face. Onto blush, nothing new here. I'm using the Inglot Free System blush in a corally shade, and I'm using that on a angled brush. Highlighter next, I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Highlighter in Exposed. And I'm actually layering this on my cheekbones because I just felt like this eye look needed to have a highlighter that beams to the gods. And back onto my eyes, just a quick second, I'm taking off any of the black that is in my waterline to get ready for the white eyeliner. This is the Soft Kohl eyeliner from Rimmel, and I'm just putting that in my waterline because I wanted to continue this pastel affair. I was really into it at this point. And then obviously mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Full and Soft Mascara. My holy grail, this is thebomb.com. It is so good. I love it to bits. And then obviously eyelashes. So these are the Kiss Blown Out lashes in the style Pompadour. These ones are gorgeous. They give you volume, glam, and they're super comfortable on your eyes. Lastly, are the lips. So first off, I used a nude lipstick, and this one is from Rimmel, the Only One lipstick in the shade 700, I believe. I can't remember what the actual name is. I popped this one on first, and then when I looked at myself, it just didn't match. So I went in with the Jeffree Star Liquid Lip in Rose Matters. And this one is a super pink. So I popped it on top, just a little bit, and it completely matched this look. I really like this look, and I hope you guys do too.